The 5 mistakes you guys are making, you adolescent athletes are making when you train. That's what we're going to go over today. All right. Somebody already hit me with the complete athlete. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. My man's taking action, taking action. Love it. Whoever DM me complete action, DM me complete athlete. I want to talk about this program. I want to talk about it at the end as well. But for now, let's dive in. So, you guys make 5 mistakes on a regular basis, right? So today, I'm breaking down the top mistakes adolescent athletes make. I'm giving you 2 simple fixes. 2 simple fixes, right? You can apply today to start training smarter and not just harder. All right, so let's dive in. A lot of new followers, so shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody's here right now. I'm gonna break down who I am. My name is Ronnie Kenyatta. I was a strength coach within the New York Mets organization for 12 years. I help athletes get bigger, stronger, faster, minimize injuries. And I do that with you all today with a little twist. We also add the mindset perspective. The mindset is often overlooked until something goes wrong, right? You hit a slump. You're fumbling, you can't get your serves in. Whatever the case is, that's when we finally say, well, is this person in their head? Do they have the yips? Not here. You want to get a mental program and you get a physical program, and that's what a complete athlete consists of. All right. So now drop one of these. If you've ever found it hard, I'm reading my notes right here. I apologize. Drop a muscle symbol right there. If you've ever trained hard but felt like you didn't get the results you expected, all right? I think that's happened to all of us. All of us, right? So if that's happened to you, give me that muscle down there in the chat. I think we've all been there. We have more people rolling in. No Knob, Social, Dad Amps, Muhammad, Toto, Edson. There's a woodpecker outside pecking on the house. That's annoying. Eve, what's up, Eve? Eve Abrams, Papa is in the building. Thank you all for stopping by. We're talking the 5 mistakes adolescent athletes make. I cannot say that word to save my life. All right. I introduce myself. I'm Coach Ronnie. I'm going to lead you through this discussion right here. All right. So the number one, parents, this is for you as well. Parents, listen up. The number one mistake. Hey, from South Africa, shout it out. South Africa in the building. What's that? Journal. Thanks for stopping by all the way from South Africa. Love Journal. What time is it over there? What time is it? It is 4:06 p.m. here in Atlanta, Georgia. What time is it there? Terrence is in the building. The number one mistake our adolescent athletes make is, drum roll, please. Drum roll. Y'all are drum rolling. You train without a plan. Just get out there and get after it. You don't have a real plan. Coach, what's up, Coach? You don't have a real plan. You just head over to LA Fitness. Just head over to, I'll say, One Life over here. Shout out to One Life. You just walk in the doors. You do a little tricep. You do a little bicep. You do a little chest. Call it a day. Maybe a little back. The next day you hit the lower half. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're an athlete, you want to have a plan. When you're hold up, I forgot to start my watch. I want to keep this to 4:15. I have a terrible habit of going over. Where's my clock? Clock. Boom. Okay. So when you're an athlete, everything is in progressions. From a coach, I should say, when you're a coach, you look at the season in progressions, right? You have the off season, you have the in season, you have the early off season, early late season, so on and so forth. That's how we look at it. Do you guys need to be that detailed on your own? No, but you do need to understand. You do need to have some type of plan, all right? We can't just go in there and do buys and tries, burn them out till we puke, and for a week straight and think we're getting it in, There needs to be some type of plan in place to help you guys. So random workouts equal random results, all right? Too many athletes chase viral workouts. That's huge right now, isn't it? Too many athletes take viral workouts instead of following a structured program, all right? Now, here's the fix for you. Just have a plan, all right? Know what you're training for each day. Is it speed? Is it strength? Is it mobility? Is it recovery? Have that plan in place, all right? So, speaking of recovery, this might be number one, actually. We have people rolling in. What up, Steve? What up, Samuel? What's up, Spettery? I can't see that. I can't say that. Spetter, is that right? To there. That's pretty cool. Wacko and Eve still here. All right. So this can arguably be number one right here because you young adolescent athlete, y'all hate recovery. Woo! You hate recovery. And when you do it, it's kind of like eye wash. In baseball, eye wash is false hustle. So an example, you're sitting there here goofing around, maybe doing whatever drill of your sport. Let's just say whatever the sport is, you're doing a drill that you're supposed to be doing. Coach looks away, you start messing around. Coach looks back, you start doing your little fake eye wash effort, right? When you were just messing around, that's eye wash. And that's how you guys, a lot of you athletes treat your recovery. It's eye wash. You're going through the motions. You're only doing it because your parents told you, because your coaches do it. That is not the way to do recover. That's not the way to recover. All right. You make your gains when you sleep. You make your gains when you eat healthy. You make your gains when you take a day off. All right. You need to understand in a structured manner. All right. When you have a structured workout, you follow it, and you have your mixed days, your off days mixed in. That's where you make your gains. All right. You're putting your body through trauma during the workout. Right. You make your gains on the back end. All right, so understand recovery. You think taking a day off means you're slacking. No, your body's rebuilding. Your body's recovering. Your body's coming back with a brand new engine next workout. So treat it as such. All right, and just know, without proper sleep, nutrition, and hydration, your body can't adapt. Period. Without everything I just mentioned, your body cannot adapt. All right, so treat recovery like a skill. Plan it, track it, protect it, and get after it. All right, get after recovery just like you get after the weight room. All right. Here's another biggie. This list, when I was putting this list together, boy, it's hitting home from what I see, conversations I hear. Here's the next one: comparing yourself to others. That's a life thing that you're always trying to avoid, or I guess avoid throughout life. Comparing yourself what other people are doing. They're in their world, you're in your world. You get your proper plan in place, proper recovery. You don't have a need to worry about anybody else, right? So this one kills confidence. That's what it does. It kills your confidence. Comparing yourself to others, boom, confidence dead right there. Every athlete develops differently. That's what you need to understand. Everybody's different, right? Comparing your numbers or physique to someone else, it just steals your focus, right? You're not locked in on you. You're locked in on Dave, Mike, Michelle, all these other people instead of being locked in on you, all right? So what's the fix? Train your mindset, visualization. I'm skipping ahead, sorry. The fix is compete against your last rep, not someone else's highlight reel. All right, let me say that again. Compete against your last rep, not against someone's highlight reel. Super important right there, all right? So we're comparing ourselves to others. X-nay on that, right? Now, this is what I skipped ahead to accidentally. Now we train the body, but not the mind. Yes, we train the body, but not the mind. When I was speaking on a complete athlete in the very beginning, we would train the body, but the only time we consider training the mind is when something goes wrong. We're panicking. We're worried about why is he still in a slump? Why can't he get a serve in? Why is he missing free throws? Why is she always striking out on the softball field? What's going on, right? Maybe it's mindset. So what if you have a plan in place for the mental and the physical? That's the way you deal with that. Train both, all right? Now, you can be the fastest or strongest, but if you panic under pressure or lose focus, it doesn't matter. Right? It flat out doesn't matter. All right. If you can't perform when everything's on the line, it doesn't matter how well you perform. Right. So the fix this time is train your mindset, visualization, breath work, and confidence cues belong in every athlete's routine. All right. I'm gonna say that again. Train your visualization, your breath work, and confidence cues. Confidence cues is your self-talk. You have to have your self-talk because organically or naturally, you're going to have negative self-talk, right? So we have to counter that with positive self-talk. All right, I said that wrongly. You need to have your positive self-talk because you're already going to be thinking negative. That's the natural way we go. You're striking out. You're not patting yourself on the back, right? And you don't perform the way you want. You're not patting yourself on the back, but you need to not necessarily pat yourself on the back, help you move on to the next play. Hey, I got it. I learned whatever positive confidence cues that comes in your head. You need to go with that. We cannot sit there and beat ourselves up the whole game because that will translate to the field and will compromise your performance. All right. So you have to train the mind. All right. All right. So here's another one. Thinking short term. You know, it's such a challenge to get athletes to set goals, number one, but to set even, long term goals. Everybody wants to think short term, and I get it. There's nothing wrong, but, and look, to be where you want to be, it's not a quick race. It's a journey. It's a marathon. You need to start to think with that marathon perspective. All right. Short term, you need short term goals, but you also have to have those long term goals as well. Right. We live in a society where everybody wants everything right this second. Like I said it before, I get it. But you think Jordan was a short term guy with no long term plan? You think Tom Brady was a short term guy without a game plan? Let me hop over here and see what we got rolling in here. Okay, we got Jake. Jake's in the building. Fediz. Is that doctor? Is that Dr. Storino? Ramo? WC Warhawks tracks in the building. Yes, talked to WC last week. I think it was. One the Garanami. All right. And Di Govaris is in the building. Austin Bonilla is in the building. Level Up Football. We spoke for a minute. Steven Raster. What's going on, Steven? Samuel's in the building. Thank you all for stopping by. We are talking about the 5 training mistakes you adolescents make. So this is for athletes, coaches, and parents. All right. So what's up, Jackies? How's it going there? We have PRI Cash. Thanks for stopping by. We're on our 5th point. The 5th mistake adolescent athletes make, and is thinking only short term. My point earlier was you think Tom Brady just was a short term thinker. Think he didn't have a long term plan. All the greats have a long term plan. So guys and girls, we have to think beyond our short-term goals. So too many youth athletes only train for the season, then restart from zero next year, right? Train for the season and start from zero next year. No progression, right? The fix, think long-term. Build habits and compound over months and years, not just games or tournaments. 100%, right? All right, so that's what we have. If you found value in this as an athlete, as a coach, and as a parent, you know the 5 problems. Now you have 5 solutions. If you find value, drop a 1 in the comments, please. And we're going to sum it up for you real quick. The fix, right? How to level it up. Follow a structured training program, right? Follow a structured plan. Track what matters, right? Make sleep, nutrition, hydration a part of your program. Don't wait for your parents to tell you. Don't wait for your coach to tell you. Make it part of your program. Develop the type of habits elite athletes have, and prioritizing recovery is just that. All right, thank you, Ramon. Thank you so much. Set weekly goals, right? Not just win goals, but process goals. All right. So I think it's easy to discuss your win. Yeah, we beat so and so. I went 4 for 5 on the free throws. That's easy. But what process goals worked that week? What put you in the position to be able to go 4 for 5 on the line or 3 for 3, whatever it is, right? Keep track of your process goals as well as other type of goals, right? Build mental routines. A simple mental routine right here. Deep breath to bring you into the present moment, right? One clear, focused word before reps. Let's go. It doesn't have to be one word. What works for you? Let's go, locked in, get after, whatever. but bring yourself into the present moment. That's the most important thing, right? And reflect weekly. Yes, what got better? What needs work? Reflect on yourself. All right, reflect on yourself. What would better? What still needs work? Because we're all, a project in the work, right? But only way that project is going to improve this project, you guys, this projects, the only way our projects are going to improve if we give ourselves some honest feedback, right? So that is it. That is it. So I never leave here. I do this mostly in the morning. So shout out to my evening crew. Now I never leave here without giving you actionable activities, something you can do right away. Let me see where we are with time. Something you can do, 11 minutes. Something you can do right away to enhance your program and minimize mistakes that adolescent athletes make. All right. So number one, win the week plan. Win the week. Listen to this. Here's your win the week plan. All right. At the start of each day, write down one physical goal, right? One mental goal, one recovery goal. Simple. All right. Simple. As simple as that plan is, it's a W in the making. It's a small W in the making. It brings structure to your program. It brings discipline to your program. And that was put you in that Tom Brady, MJ, Michael Jordan status I was talking about earlier. So again, win the week plan. At the start of each week, write down one physical goal, one mental goal, one recovery goal. All right. And check them every Sunday. Small wins add up. And small wins add up to elite habits. All right. So next thing we're going to do, pressure, right? Pressure reset drill. The pressure reset drill. Take 3 deep breaths. All right. Say your cue word. Again, locked in. Get after it. Focus. Let's go. Whatever it is. That deep breath. Take your keyword. Smooth breath to get you back in that present moment. Now, let's get back to work. All right. Next thing you know, you have to visualize that success. Visualize what you just said. Visualize it. See it. See it like a live movie taking place at that particular time, right? This resets your nervous system and teaches your body to perform calmly under pressure. All right. Your nervous system is everything from nerves to neuromuscular system. Your nervous system, your muscles, your nervous system, your body responds to certain emotions. That's all your nervous system, right? All right. So we're going to wrap this thing up. I'm going to read what I have here for you. Adolescent athletes. You've got all the potential in the world. You guys have all the potential in the world, but talent without structure, recovery, and mindset is wasted potential. Wasted potential, folks. Start training smarter today. Focus on what you can control, effort, attitude, and consistency. And because how you train right now sets the tone for the entire career. The habits you develop now are going to affect you down the road, guaranteed. Learn elite habits now. Perform as an elite athlete later. All right. So if this hits home, drop a fire. We got Baker in the building. What up, Baker? Bad boy. PTILN. Crows Nos. Sneff Prince. I messed that up. Oh, Sneffy Prince, not that bad. But thank you all for being locked in. We're about to wrap this bad boy up. So again, if this hit a home run for you, drop a fire in the chat and tag a teammate who needs to hear it. All right. Let's build athletes who don't just work hard, they work right. Yes, that's the goal right there. So that is it. We're right at 15 minutes. Excellent. I'm going to check out of here. If you want to know more, like I said, about the in the stream right here, if you want to know more about the Complete Athlete program, DM me Complete Athlete, and I'll talk to you about that. Otherwise, you guys have a great rest of your Monday. You guys have a great rest of the week. Coach Ronnie, I'm out.